Welcome back to Inner Flame 101, the channel where timeless wisdom from around the world finds new light. I'm thrilled you've joined us today as we continue our deep dive into the enchanting lines of the Rubáiyát of Omar Khayyám, brought to English in 1859 by Edward FitzGerald. Who was Omar Khayyám? A legendary Persian mathematician, astronomer, philosopher, and poet. Khayyam's verses whisper to us across centuries, reminding us to pause, reflect, and find meaning in the fleeting beauty of life. Let's continue with part 6 of our 9-part journey through the Rubáiyát of Omar Khayyám. Rubaiyat 51. Why, if the soul can fling the dust aside, and naked on the air of heaven ride, isn't not a shame for him, so long in this clay suburb to abide? Reflections. Why, if the soul can fling the dust aside and ride naked on the air of heaven, is it not a shame to dwell so long in this clay suburb? Rubaiyat 52. But that is but a tent wherein may rest a sultan to the realm of death addressed. The sultan rises, and the dark farash strikes and prepares it for another guest. Reflections. But that is but a tent where even a sultan rests until death's dark farash strikes and prepares it for another guest. Rubaiyat 53. I sent my soul through the invisible, some letter of that afterlife to spell, and after many days my soul returned, and said, Behold, myself am heaven and hell. Reflections. I sent my soul through the invisible to seek news of the afterlife, and it returned, saying, Behold, I am heaven, and I am hell. Rubaiyat 54. Heaven but the vision of fulfilled desire, and hell the shadow of a soul on fire, cast on the darkness into which ourselves, so late emerged from, shall so soon expire. Reflections. Heaven is but the vision of fulfilled desire. Hell, the shadow of a soul on fire, soon to expire back into the darkness from which we came. Rubaiyat 55. While the rose blows along the river brink, with old Khayyam and ruby vintage drink, and when the angel with his darker draught draws up to thee, take that and do not shrink. Reflections. While the rose blows along the river brink, drink with Khayyam, and when the angel comes with his darker draught, take it and do not shrink. If these Rubaiyat speak to your heart, join our journey through all 90 Rubaiyat. Take a moment to subscribe to Inner Flame 101. Join us on this journey of timeless wisdom. And if this video inspires you, please like and share it with others who seek meaning and light. Rubaiyat 56. And fear not, lest existence closing your account should lose, or know the type no more. The eternal sake from the bowl has poured millions of bubbles like us, and will pour. Reflection. Fear not, the eternal sake has poured millions like us before, and will pour again. Rubaiyat 57. When you and I behind the veil are past, oh, but the long, long while the world shall last. Which of our coming and departure heeds? As much as ocean of a pebble cast. Reflection. When we are gone behind the veil, the world will last long still, caring no more for our coming and going than the ocean for a pebble cast. Rubaiyat 58. 'Tis all a checkerboard of nights and days, where destiny with men for pieces plays, hither and thither moves, and mates, and slays, and one by one back in the closet lays. Reflection. 'Tis all a checkerboard of nights and days, where destiny plays with men moving, mating, slaying, and putting each piece away. Rubaiyat 59. The ball no question makes of eyes and nose, but right or left, as strikes the player goes. And he that tossed thee down into the field, he knows about it all. He knows he knows. Reflection. The ball asks not of yes or no, it goes where the player sends it. And he knows. Rubaiyat 60. The moving finger writes, and, having writ, moves on, nor all thy piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash out a word of it. Reflection. The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. Nor all thy piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash out a word of it. Time's script cannot be rewritten, but we can savor each line as we read it. Continue the journey in Part 7 and let Khayyam speak to your heart. Subscribe to Inner Flame 101 for more wisdom from the ancients. Like and share this video if you believe poetry still speaks louder than dogma. Until then, be gentle with the riddles and drink deeply from the now.